Hello students, this is Dipankar Bhattacharjee and I am bringing a new video on cell and its structure. So just imagine the trees in the forest, the fish in the river, the birds in the sky, the worms in the soil, the tigers in the forest, and the cactus in the desert, or your classmate sitting next to you or beside you. All these things that I mentioned, or in fact any living organisms on this planet, is made up of cell, which are known to be as building block of living things, and many cells combine together to form a living organism. But beside these, some organisms like bacteria are made up of only one cell. Bacteria is a unicellular organism, so one cell organism is altogether an individual itself, which can perform all the functions like any other multicellular organisms. So as we all know, every living organism performs various functions during its entire lifespan, like say respiration, excretion, digestion, and reproduction. And the body has specific organ to carry out this function. These organs are made up of various type of tissue, and tissues are nothing but a group of cells. So we can say that the human body is composed of many cells, just as a bricks which forms the important part of the building. Cells makes up an organism, so we can say that the cells are the basic fundamental unit of life. Now, how did the cell get discovered? Let us come to know. Now, in the year 1665, Robert Hooke discovered cell. He observed that cell within the cork of a bark of a tree using an old basic microscope. He observed empty space contained by a wall, or named them cells because they resemble small compartment. So now we can say that what Robert Hooke actually observed looks something similar to a honeycomb structure. As now we look at some features of cell. So let's get started with those features. First, we'll discuss about numbers of cell. Based on the number of cell, an organism can either be unicellular or multicellular. As the one word suggests, uni which you can see that is one cell, and multi that is means it has many cells. So an example of unicellular organisms can be amoeba, and for a multicellular organisms it is none but human being. Now, shape of cell. Cells are of various shape. Majority of them are round, spherical, elongated. But do you know what gives a cell its shape? Just like a room gets its shape from its wall, a cell gets shape from cell membrane, which is the outer covering of the cell. Now, so talking about cell, that shape of cell, we know unicellular organisms like amoeba has no definite shape. It keeps changing its shape. It is irregular and keep changing in shape. On the other hand, in multicellular organisms, cells are of different shape, like for example a nerve cell. A nerve cell is a long branch in structure, and a red blood cell is spherical and concave. So coming back to size of the cell, cells are very tiny in size and are not visible to the eyes. Hence, to view them, we use a microscope, which is an instrument that magnifies and enlarges the image of a cell. So did you know a small cell is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer, and a large cell is 170 millimeter to 130 millimeter. The smallest cell size is that of a bacterial cell, and the largest cell size is of a we can say ostrich egg, the egg of an ostrich. Now, shape of cell. But you all must know that the size of the cell is based on the function it performs and not on the size of an organism. So when I say about nerve cell will be of same size to that of an elephant or a rat. Till now, I have been saying that biology is all about study of life, but life is composed of many cells which come together to form a living organisms. Our planet consists of a vast number of creatures. Some may be formed of just one cell, we have seen in amoeba, and while others are multicellular, that is, we have seen in all multicellular organisms. So number of cells can vary depending on the size of the organisms, just like the elephant and the rat. One more example, we can say an elephant will obviously have more number of cells compared to that of a rat, but the size of the cell will remain the same. Also, cells have a property of regeneration. So imagine that you have got a wound on your knee and your skin cell get damaged, but your body has a tendency to regenerate those cells of its own, and this is a process of regeneration. This is the